Yeah, we showed some real progress over the last two games. I think that, there's a lot that we did really well over the last two games, and there's a fair few areas that we always look at that we want to try and improve on. We've got a nice opportunity this afternoon to put some work into that space, and then come out here tomorrow and hopefully build on what we've done in the first two games.
As far as the World Cup preparation is concerned, are you happy with the things you have got so far?
Yeah, look, I think when we started this series, we were really clear on that it is part of our World Cup build-up. We obviously haven't had the amount of cricket that we would have wanted, throughout the year, but that's in the past now, and really focusing on where we're at. And like I said, I think the first two games have really shown the clarity of thought that we've put into it, the process that we're looking after, and hopefully we can keep doing that tomorrow.
Henrik, about the approaching the T20 format, how do you approach the T20 format? We saw some hitting in the power plays, and then how do you plan for the T20 games?
Yeah, look, I guess the T20 game has evolved massively over the last little period, and I think we've identified that as something that we really want to free our players up to go out there and express themselves, and I think we've seen that in the first two games. Most of the time when you play T20 cricket, you play on pretty plastic surfaces, and there's big runs being scored. So again, for us, it's been very clear and what that messaging looks like, and it's been great to see that the players have been going out there and really put their best foot forward to take the game on from ball one.
How impressed are you about the team in the first two matches?
Yeah, look, Timmy's come into the environment. He's been part of our environment for a little while. Played really well in these first two games. He's been doing that for a little period back home in our domestic competition, and he's been trying to break into the team. So it's great to have him around. It's great to see that he goes out there and he plays his natural game, and that's exactly what we've asked him to do. And hopefully he can keep doing that tomorrow and as we head into the World Cup.
How do you see the bond between him and his brothers? How do you have any thing in the dressing room?
No, look, I think it's just a normal teammate, isn't it? It's great that it's your family, and I think it's part of a legacy and part of the history that they're building. And playing together in the same side is an unbelievable privilege, I guess. I would have loved to have done that with my brother. They're two big players in our wheel, and again, hopefully they can go out there and keep doing themselves and their family proud, and ultimately making our team progress moving forward.
Anything else for Heinrich? Right, you all set? Jump into me. Yeah, good luck, Tim. Right, yeah.
Tim, having a very good series so far. Can you share your plan in terms of power play batting against Bangladeshi spinners? Because we have seen you doing move well, making some runs and creating spaces for you to hit different parts of India. What was your prior to this series? What was your plan combating our Bangladeshi spinners, especially in the power?
Yeah, I think for me anyway, it's just being quite clear what I'm looking to do in the power play, especially with only two men out. Obviously, in today's game, there's a lot of analysis going into bowlers and what they do in the power play. I like to move laterally just to first keep my body moving and all, but also accessing different pockets of the ground. So I think it's sort of not like premeditating every ball. Obviously, each ball depends on what I'm looking to do and the ball before, ball after. So it's sort of just being confident but being clear in what I'm looking to do in that.
Can you tell us something about your cricket journey? We know that many Ireland players came from the cricketing family, so
yeah, we've all played for quite a while now. Obviously, our eldest brother Jack, captain under 19 World Cup. I think it was out here actually in Bangladesh. And then Harry did the same in his one. I did the same, and we have a little sister Alice as well, who's broken into the women's team. So yeah, we've all grown up. Our dad played a little bit, and yeah, we've all played in the same club throughout our journey, and we all love it. So yeah, it's rare that every family member loves playing the same sport, but it's great that we all get along with it, and we all love playing it. So yeah, look, I think power play batting for me anyway is you're trying to take the game to the bowlers pretty much. I know I've gotten a couple of starts, but I think I'd rather be getting out, looking to keep that momentum going outside the power play instead of trying to bat for a score pretty much. I think that's the way this team wants to play. We want to keep that momentum going outside the power play and keep looking to put big totals on the board. So, I mean, obviously disappointing getting out after getting a couple of starts, but I think I don't mind if it's taking the aggressive option. I don't mind doing it.
And the World Cup around the corner, it plays on the night World Cup. So how big it will be to play the main World Cup?
Yeah, look, it'll be amazing. I think first off, being in the squad's a great privilege, but I have a Ross Adair who's been in the squad for quite a while now. I think that's he's had some amazing performances, that 100 against South Africa. So look, I think it could be his spot, but I'm just happy to put a few scores on the board and try to prove my case.
Team, how was it with get your brothers as a teammate and playing with him in the same wickets and batting together?
Yeah, look, it's obviously very cool batting with Harry out there. I mean, we've done it for quite a while now in our club stuff and in our domestic stuff at home, so it didn't feel that different batting with him. Obviously a slightly bigger occasion out here batting with him, but it's not something I'm not used to, so yeah, it didn't feel too out of the normal.
How was it in the dinner table in your family? Was it all about cricket or?
There's a lot of cricket talk, yeah, there's a lot of cricket talk.
Last two games were under lights and tomorrow is a day game, so how do you think that can affect the game?
Yeah, look, it's my first time playing in Bangladesh, so obviously first two light games they could vary differently from the day game. The pitch might be slightly drier just without the dew, but we'll have to wait and see what that holds. We have a good session today now, similar time to what the game is, so we might get a fair idea on how training goes today, and we can see how it plays.